Oh, of course.
Can I grab you for a moment? Because you're the artist.
Oh, yes, hi.
And I'm walking around loving everything I'm seeing. I'm Douglas.
I'm Destiny.
Good. No, nice to meet you. I walk around and sometimes document stuff around the city. And last night I went to the Vibe Arts program up at Meridian Arts Center.
Nice.
A group of young black artists are doing their work there.
Beautiful.
And then also I was at the theater center last night for their fundraiser. And then I saw your stuff. I said, even though the snowstorm was, I said I have to come and check you out.
Yeah.
And now I want to come see your talk tomorrow.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. And if you can tell me about, you have your inspiration to have this.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, Cut from the Same Cloth talks about my own journey of being a mixed heritage woman. I come from a Nigerian and Indian background, and I really did not grow up in a mixed heritage household because my parents split up at a very young age, and I had issues with trying to understand my blackness and my identity. And basically, this is a setting of a home. The work talks about a setting of a home and talks about essentially what would that memory be like if I did grow up in a mixed heritage household.
Right.
So where we're mixing like geles, which is our structural headdresses, with saris and like henna and puff puff and samosas, and like really kind of thinking about what this mixed heritage household would look like, and kind of really creating this wishful memory that I wish I had.
Right. And what has it led you to, by exploring it in that way? What has it led you to understand about yourself or think about?
I mean, it's funny because I think one person walked into a room which is installation, and it's meant to kind of it's supposed to sort of tell you or showcase an installation of what a mixed heritage household looks like.
Right.
And someone was like, well, this looks like your home. And I said, actually, yeah. I guess I didn't realize that I created my own mixed heritage household, being that I am Nigerian and Indian, and I kind of like really take pride in being both those things, because I really detached myself from my Indian community because of the oppression and the shadism that I faced when I was living in India. So I think that this is like an area that I'm really kind of trying to bridge those communities together and really kind of celebrate like what this being Indian means to me.
Did you say Trini?
Nindian, I said.
Oh, not Indian, not Trinidad. Because I saw a book with Trinidad and I thought maybe your family was Indian in Trinidad.
No, like from India.
From India. So you were living with your mom in India.
Yes.
Right? And sort of navigating. That must have been powerful. I was in India in 2020, and so I was struck by also the shadism, the colorism that you see so obviously. So you probably have to navigate all of that as a child, right?
That's what one of the pieces, there's this silk screening on the back that says, "Hello, my name is Kali." And Kali, it means a woman who is black in Sanskrit. But it was also utilized as a derogatory term for women, and similarly to how the N-word is kind of passed around.
Right.
So that was what people used to call me when I used to go to school. So I kind of like, it's also a piece of reclamation, because I'm kind of like taking this term that is derogatory and really kind of making it my own and saying that, yes, I know I'm a black woman, and it's like I'm still going to curate this work and tell you about my experience and reclaim this level of like shadism and prejudice that's been kind of tossed in my face, but reclaim that and take ownership of that.
Yeah, and you were connected with somebody like, I think of Masaba Gupta, who's this big star.
I love Masaba, yes.
You love Masaba, right?
Yes, absolutely. I definitely want to collaborate with her one day.
And I don't have a sense of her connecting with her. She talks about it a little bit, but I'm wondering if she's involved with like that kind of movement. Because in India, the whole time thinking, not even just black folks, but just dark-skinned folks, like a movement around shadism and colorism, like how happens in black communities around the same thing. Is there a sense of that there, or do you know?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I do love Masaba, and like she has a really interesting story, and so does her mom, being that, she married someone out of wedlock and so on and so forth. So I do definitely love Masaba. I do think that I just really did wish that she pushed like the narrative of being mixed heritage more, because I feel like she's really embedded in her Indian culture. And of course, like her mom, she's an Indian actress, like she was raised in India, and she's very much so this Indian woman. I really would love to hear about her experience of what it was like, because it was interesting. I saw a photo of her when she was a young girl, and I literally showed it to my mom, and I was like, this looks like me when I was a young girl, you know what I mean? And with the same two pigtails, and it's like we have the same sort of life, but I think that things really look differently for her because her mom is this famous actress, but I'm really happy for like where she is. Like I love her saris. I hope I can, own one
She's
day.
so successful. I mean, I watched a reality show, and she's so successful with her design company and expanding. And I mean, and she's taking up over a platform, which is kind of cool. So I'm hopeful to see. Last question, because I know some stuff is going on. That room where you have the film that connects the idea of, I mean, I think of queerness, but not even about queerness. It's about just how men could celebrate women. I thought that was really interesting how you did that. What was the thought of including that in this?
So I wanted people to learn a little bit about my previous work before coming into my new work. So for folks who have been following my work for some time, I kind of leave clues and I kind of like try to create a common thread between all the different works that I've done. So the Portal of Paradise, for example, that's a textile installation, and the Gallaudet Queen's film, it all is really talking about like celebrating and being proud of who you are, proud of your ancestry. And I think I really wanted to kind of show that level of pride that I felt about my blackness and kind of coming to this space where I'm kind of trying to figure out what being biracial and being mixed heritage looks like, So I'm really giving you an outlook of, my world and why I even started creating art, because when I was in New York, I feel like I saw a lot of artists who kept on talking about, the era of the Jim Crow era, talking about, I was just really tired of seeing this work that, of course, I feel like that work was important, but I felt like it was always this work that made me feel very upset and sad, and to realize that was the history of my people.
Right.
And I really wanted folks to kind of have a better understanding in the sense of what was happening before colonization. What were we doing? What was our status? The fact that we were royalty, and that our history doesn't start with slavery. It actually starts with royalty. So that particular body of work is me really kind of tap into queerness in mythology, tap into gender bending, tapping into gender nonconformity and how men celebrated women, the rule of the matriarchs before colonization happened and patriarchal rule sort of took precedence in both my cultures, which is Nigerian and Indian. So yeah, that's kind of like what that work really talks about, and I was really fortunate to be able to take over Spadina Museum, which is a very colonial estate, and reclaim some of my ancestors' wishes.
And what you make me think of is also you're reaching back into a sort of complexity of all of who we were that was lost with a singular story about us in relation to oppression and enslavement, as well as you're also becoming you're reclaiming in celebration, which is beautiful. Like you're tapping into our history. A lot of the things that have been denied us now is bad. We're actually celebratory, wonderful things about our beings,
Absolutely.
right? So
Absolutely.
That's beautiful. I look forward to the talk tomorrow.
Thank you.
And more of your work. This is
Absolutely.
exciting. And I know all your Instagram information is around.
Yes,
So I can find it, yeah?
yes.
Maybe just say it on here for
It's
people.
Destinie Adelakun, so that's my first and last name, DESTINIE ADELAKUN.
Perfect. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you so much.
Good luck with the rest of this and tomorrow.
Thank you so
Beautiful.
much.
And
Appreciate it.
what else after this? Just curious.
Well, I am working on a project. I spent some time in New York last year, and I was really interested in the terms of climate change and connecting mythology to science. So that is my next venture, and tapping into maybe sculptures, talking about the relations of mythology and essentially nature, and how each mythological character in the European pantheon talks about certain sort of landscapes and talks about certain sciences and environmentalism and so on and so forth. So I guess I'm connecting the Orishas to climate change, connecting them to anyways, I don't want to get too much into it.
Don't give it away. No.
But,
I'm glad to hear that. Right?
But yeah, I'm tapping more into sculpture next. Yeah.
So we'll look out for that. Beautiful. And you do partnerships because I love the scarves.
Thank you.
Right, so you design them and have them produced, right?
Yes, so I did release 25 limited edition silk scarves. They're one of a kind piece. You can wear it, frame it. But the reason why I did that is because I wanted folks to have affordable fashion. I think that it's really important to be able to wear something that is luxury, but then also support local artists and be able to kind of have something before they blow up. So I feel like this is people's chance to invest in local artists before the price goes up. So
And again, these big pieces are stunning. Those are for sale as well?
Yes, they are.
I love that you're like, yes, they are, but keep them up for a while.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks for talking to me. Enjoy.
All right, thank you.